I love this book. The pandemic has never been such an important part of a book before. I've never experienced that. I love you, love you, love you so much. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. I've missed you so much. Usually I have a very elaborate, competitive idea for a video. I'm reading a certain amount of pages, I'm reading for this many days, I'm reading this and that and that. Today I really don't have one. I've actually agonized myself for days trying to think of a video idea, but I really don't have one. I have 2 books I want to read. I'm trying to get them to fit into a theme. They're not doing that. I don't know. I'm getting like itchy, like I haven't filmed in days. It's actually only been 1 day, but usually I film a lot of content, so when I film a lot for multiple days on end, there's 1 day where I really just sit around and do nothing, and in that day I usually convince myself that I'm not a real YouTuber. I don't do anything. I'm so lazy. At this point I'm just itching to film something. So I have 2 books I already picked out that I want to read. I don't have a cool idea for you today. I just have these books and myself, so hopefully that's enough. I'm hoping that, fingers crossed, I'll think of something cool before I post this and it won't just say reading vlog, but if it does, hey, I've tried. And if you want something interesting, watch any of these videos. So the 2 books I've been wanting to read and I've already started are, first, The Wedding People by Alison Espach. This book I started maybe last night and I've gotten 23 pages into it. So I actually did start a good chunk of it. It's actually interesting because it's about, I thought it was a romance book, which I'm still not convinced that it's a romance book. It probably is. We just haven't gotten introduced to anyone, and I was thinking about Googling it because the turn it's taking is a lot different than I thought it would be. I know it's a literary fiction. I know it's about a woman who is a part of this wedding party that she's not actually a part of. Other than that, going into it, I was kind of blind. So when I opened the book, and basically what it's about, Phoebe, who is divorced, and she books a trip to this hotel that she's always been dreaming of going to. She says it's her happy place, but she's never been. So she books a trip there, but she gets there at the same time as this wedding party that's like hundreds of people, and they're all here for this one wedding. She meets the bride in an elevator. The bride gives her a gift and assumes she's a part of the wedding party. Going into it, she clears it up. Her actual plan with this hotel is to herself, which is interesting because I was not expecting that. Like, I don't know, people talk about this book like it's really great, and I've heard some really great reviews. When I went into it, I thought it was going to be kind of like happy-go-lucky, jolly read. It's taking a bit of a different turn, I will say that, but she basically planned to herself in this room that she's always wanted to come to. She just got a divorce. She's struggling with infertility and she's lost her pet. I don't know what happened to her pet. We haven't talked about it. All the stuff in her life is going downhill. She meets the bride in the elevator. The bride is like, oh, well, can you please not do it here? Like, this is so selfish. How could you do this to me? And she's like, why is it selfish? And she's like, this is my wedding. I've been dreaming of this forever. Like, how could you on my wedding? And it's like, huh? So I don't really know how the wife will incorporate into this. We're actually really early into the story, and it's not even that long of a story. Like, it's maybe 370-ish pages, but 45 pages into it, we're just at a flashback of her life when she was married and how her marriage looked when her husband first leaves her. And it's interesting because there's an element of surprise to this book that makes me think it's like a thriller read, which I wasn't expecting. Like, it's a literary fiction and I've been waiting for the romance, but it also has a thriller suspense element, and at the end of each chapter something goes, it's like a really gasp moment, and I'm just like, I don't know, girl. I really do like her, and I really enjoy her struggle with normalcy and the way she's talking about it, because she's like, I've always wanted to be normal and now like I hate it, and like I'm only ever been normal. It's just a really interesting theme and I like it. I'm really excited to see where this is supposed to go, because it's supposed to be comedic, it's supposed to be heartfelt, it's supposed to be funny, and I'm just ready to get into that. We're really just, we just started the 3rd chapter, and I think we've just ended the flashback and we're now back at the hotel. So really this is the beginning of the plot. That's just all I know for right now. I'm excited to read this. I have been like battling with myself because I've been wanting to read a hockey romance or like some kind of sports romance for a little bit. I just miss that feeling. I miss the adrenaline. I miss the predictability. Like, I always know what's gonna happen in a sports romance and I just miss it. I want to read a Windy City series book so bad. I don't have any right now. I've already started this, so we're just gonna stick it with it. I do like it. And then the second book I have lined up is The Will of the Many by James Islington. Genuinely, I bought this book a while ago. I've been wanting to read it for a minute. It's just a really thick book. I've been forcing myself through some other reads, but I am now back and I'm so excited still to read this. I've still heard some of the greatest reviews about this book. It's just a little intimidating because it's almost 700 pages, and I don't mind that in a fantasy book. I just like to stop and start videos with the books ending. I just like when my books line up with what I'm filming, and it's hard to finish a book in a video, and that's why I ruin it for myself sometimes, because I'm just forcing myself through books so I can fit it all into one video. So I'm actually not going to put any pressure on this video. If I finish these books in this video, good. If I don't, it's not the end of the world, but I will be starting them in this video. So yeah, these are the 2 books I have lined up. I don't know if I have anything else we're gonna end up reading this week. I don't really know what's gonna happen. We've already started in the middle of a week. It's Wednesday right now, but I haven't gone to school at all for the past 3 days because we're in the middle of a blizzard in Massachusetts. So school has been canceled. I've just kind of been sitting at home. I had February break the week before, and then I had the weekend. So it's been a weekend, a break week, a weekend, and this is a new week that's still a break because we're in the middle of a blizzard. I've just been reading for a long time. I'm really excited. No pressure reading vlog unless I figure out a challenge I want to do. This is what we're reading in this video, and yeah, I have nothing else interesting to say to you guys, so I'll talk to you guys when I talk to you. Okay, I've been reading this book and I'm like this much into it, and I just have some really like pressing thoughts that I really want to share with you guys because I have no one to talk to about this, and I remembered that I was filming a video. I was like, yeah, let's rant. This book reads like a movie in the best way. It's like the minute you open the book and you start reading the dialogue, you kind of get sucked into the dialogue. Everything they say in their back and forth is so like captivating for no reason at all. It's not even like it's the most interesting plot. Actually, it is actually pretty interesting. It's like you read it and it just reads and reads and reads and reads, and it goes super fast, and it's like you can't really stop in the middle of a page. It's continuous. It's always jumping to the next thing. It's just really like entertaining. Like it's hard to put it down to like get a thought in because you're just like really like ping-ponging back and forth between the characters and seeing what happens next, and the surprise element just keeps coming back because every single time they say something, it's like it's funny, but it's also like why would you even say that? And I love that. Also, I didn't realize, like I forgot to mention this, but the pandemic is such an important part of this book that I've never really encountered something like that. Like the pandemic has never really been that deep in a book. It's never really been mentioned, but this book is kind of like centered around it. And a lot of the timeline and the backstory of their marriage and where everything goes wrong, the pandemic is like weaved into it. This happened and then we got locked down for 2 years, and this happened and then they kind of like lost touch, and this is this. The pandemic has never been such an important part of a book before. I've never experienced that, and they're just interesting. And I don't know, I just feel like weirdly hyper reading this book. Like it's still on my mind, even though I've just like stopped looking at it for a second just to update you guys. Like I'm still thinking about it, and I'm still like, I wonder what she says next. And it's interesting because the back and forth Phoebe is having with the bride Lila, they have like a unpredictable back and forth, like the way they're speaking to each other. I wouldn't have thought that they would become super close. Phoebe's trying to get rid of the bride, and the bride just keeps going on and on and on and on, and a bunch of funny scenarios just happening that kind of force them to still stick together. And the bride is ecstatic about it, and Phoebe is just trying to get her out so she can follow through with her plan. It's like sad, but you can't really look away kind of thing, like a car crash, and it really just holds your attention. And now I'm moving through this book super quickly because I can't really put it down, and that's just how I feel. And that's all I had to say. Anyways, now I'm gonna go back to reading it, and I'll talk to you guys later. Okay guys, let's talk about The Wedding People. So I don't even know what happened today. I walked into school and I was on page maybe 250 something. I started it and I just finished it. I could not. I honestly, this book was so good. I genuinely couldn't cope. I couldn't put it down. Every single time I had a chance to pick it up, I did, and I just read it throughout the school day to the point where the second I got home, it was done. It was finished. And then I was like out doing other stuff and I was just trying to get back to myself. But when I came home, all I've been thinking about, I love this book. I really didn't expect to. I didn't come into this book thinking anything other than this is a romance book. This is gonna be easy. It was not a romance book. It was so much more than a romance book. It barely had a romance plot, but everything about it, 5 stars. It was a 5-star. It was a 5-star read, and it feels crazy to say it and to mean it from the depths of my soul. Like, this was a 5-star book. I don't even think I gave you like a reading update. I don't think I updated you guys when I was 25% into it, 50% into it, 75%. Like, I didn't say anything because I was just in the middle of reading this in the most non-filming moments, like when I was about to go to sleep, or when I was in like science class, when I was on the way home from school, and in all those in-between moments I just finished it. What I can tell you, I got the plot all wrong. I thought this was a romance book about 2 people who get mixed up into a wedding party, and in part it is. It's about Phoebe. She is freshly divorced. I think I gave you the spiel already. She's freshly divorced. You know, she comes to this hotel. She gets mixed into the wedding party because she meets the bride. Something about just being around her changes her mind about what she was planning to do, and then she decides to live again. And in deciding to live again, she meets a man in a hot tub, and she starts to enjoy the wedding people, and then the wedding people become more than just wedding people. We become a whole family, and we know all the characters, and we know all their names, and we know their backstory, and we know the problems lying between them. And they talk about interesting themes when it comes to marriage, relationship, and like underlying resentment, settling for things that aren't real love. Though I don't know, like, this book was about a 40-year-old woman, and it was about other 40-year-olds and 20-year-olds and a 13-year-old kid who was honestly like one of the best characters. I love Juice, but it just like engulfed you into this world, and it was so hard to put it down. It was so hard to get away from it, and it was such a beautiful story. Like, I genuinely don't know how to handle it. I think I say this about every female main character, and in part it is true. Every female main character is an amazing character, but Phoebe is resilient and relatable. I trusted her with her story, and I love to see the decision she made. I love to see her choices, and it just was amazing. Like, it was so good. Everyone, please read this book. I cannot believe I took this long to read this masterpiece of a book, because it ended so well. Like, it was not a romance book. It didn't end and there was like plot and then they got married and everything was okay. Like, it was everything that would have happened after, and the themes of what is life after you do all of it. You can't have the baby and you've gotten the divorce and you tried to end your life. What happens next? And she took that theme and ran with it, and I think she made one of the most like best beautiful books I've ever read. I sound so like giddy and like I can barely get my words out. It's just, I don't know what to say, and I'm trying to like convey everything I feel for this book, but I just have a deep appreciation, a deep gratitude. It was so well written, and the way it crafted the story, I just thought it was perfect. I don't have any notes, like genuinely no notes. She was phenomenal. Like, I love this girl, and I think I said that in my Goodreads notes like halfway through. I was like, I just love her. And Phoebe was it for me. I hated Matt. I hated, what's her name? Mia. I didn't like her. But when we learn about the wedding people and all these different characters like Juice and Marla and Lila, they're just normal people, but I just love hearing their story. When you are going with Phoebe through this story, you get sucked in the way she does, and you understand why she falls in love with these strangers and all the predicaments she's in. You genuinely feel them, and I really felt all her emotions, and I was like so deeply connected to her. I like never want to stop reading this book. It was too short. I wanted 150 more pages. I wanted 300 more pages. I just wanted to sit in this story and read about every conversation they had and every funny plot line. I just miss it. Like, I miss it so much. I can't, because I'm just like repeating myself, but genuinely read it. Please read it. Now, I know the whole objective is for us to have like a calm, chill reading vlog, and I still haven't thought of some cool idea yet, so we're just gonna be reading. I know in the next couple of days I have a lot going on, so I know it's gonna get kind of busy, and I don't know how I feel about starting The Will of the Many when I know I'm gonna be super busy, because I don't know if I'm gonna read it, but I hope I can, and I kind of want to start picking it up. So I'm gonna start a fantasy book, The Will of the Many, obviously, and then I think I'm gonna look for a Kindle Unlimited read that I can read on my iPad when I'm like getting into cars, going through places, and get done. That is our plans for the next couple of days when it comes to reading. and I'm just gonna sit and like cry about this book. I'm so sold on it. I'm so in love with it, and I genuinely will miss that story forever. I can 100% see myself rereading it. I can see myself just talking to everybody about it. I want to talk to you about it forever because it was that good. I think I'm gonna start another book tonight, hopefully soon. I have some filming to do, but hopefully, fingers crossed. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye. I love you, love you, love you so much. Everywhere. I'm on YouTube. Thumbnail. Okay, if you're willing to ignore the fact that I'm wearing elf pajamas and my hair is a completely different style, we can give you a little bit of an update. I have no idea where this vlog got away from me. I remember thinking I really want to do something chill. I just want to document me reading some books. And then every single thing like you could possibly think of happened in a span of 3 days. And I think it's been 3 or 4 days since I last talked to you guys. Obviously, I got my hair done. A bunch of stuff happened. I actually showed it to you because if I'm not going to be documenting me reading, I'm going to be documenting what I did instead of reading. So I did put a bunch of clips in. We got my hair done, obviously. Went to Boston. We were supposed to go to a Pilates class, completely missed it, got taken out of the class, went to Boston anyways, walked around Seaport, did a bunch of things. I think we got some food, went to a bakery. It was a really fun morning. Then came home, got ready, went back to Boston because we went to see Mariah the Scientist. It was one of the greatest nights. I recorded like maybe the tiniest bit, and I'm happy to put it in there because I don't have like a vlog going or anything. I literally just was in the moment. I did start some, hold on, of The Will of the Many. I actually brought it with me this morning because I went to sleep without an alarm because I was like, I'm really tired. Doesn't matter. Nothing's happening. It's a weekend. I'm not going to set an alarm so I can just sleep however long I need to. I forgot I had driver's ed my first day today. I was rushing, trying to get out the house. I driver's ed from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So that was my entire day, and I got home, I want to say 2-ish hours ago. It's 7 o'clock now. So it's been a busy weekend. I did bring this with me because I wanted to read this in driver's ed. I'm on page 21. I haven't even started this book. That's my problem with this book. My attention span is so low. I haven't gotten enough into it because it hasn't been like fast paced or like a quick romance book that I know I can finish. And I'm still kind of stuck on The Wedding People. Like that was genuinely one of the best books I've read this year to date. Just to date, it was amazing. And now I'm trying to switch genres, switch gears. So this is what I'm reading. Honestly, I would give you an update, but there's nothing good that's gonna come from this update. All we've done is we've met the main guy. I'm wondering if there's like a band of characters, which is kind of a thought I have in every fantasy book I read. I always think, is there gonna be a band of characters? Is there gonna be found family? Because I think that's what makes a fantasy series for me. Obviously, it's about the plot. It's about a lot of things, but the found family element is always what makes it feel like this is the journey worth going on. When you know that we're fighting for a family group in their common goal, always makes the plot. I would love to be on page 100 by the end of tonight. Now, I don't really know what's gonna happen. I don't know what the plan is. I am in the current process of filming like 6 different videos. I'm trying to get everything done. I'm hot. I was not in the filming mindset. I'm literally wearing elf pajamas. Like, I think I've worn this in maybe a video or 2. They're literally my favorite set that my aunt got me. Reading this, and I'll talk to you guys if I lock in, because I need to lock in. Bye. Guys, we're doing a bed update. I haven't done one of these in like forever. Okay, hi. I think I last talked to you last night. I did read some of this book, and today is sadly the last day of this reading vlog. So we're gonna lock in. I started this book. I got past the like 25-page mark. It piqued my interest. I think at some point between page 20 and 25, I started to get like the hang of it, like a fantasy high. I'm invested in these characters, or I guess our one main character so far. This lives in this society. It's kind of hard to explain because I don't really understand the magic system. All I know is that there's wills, so it's like their well of power inside their body. It's called will, or the will, or will currency. I don't know what it's called, but basically will is how they have power and connect power to other people. This is an orphan. He used to be royalty. His parents got killed by this republic that is now in charge of his country. So he's lying about who he is, his age, his background. He's from an ancient text or place or country that's been dominated, and he's been lying low as an orphan. He is 17 years old. It's coming up on the time where he has to get kicked out of the orphanage. He only has a year left in there. He's been fighting underground in like a batting cage kind of situation. We open the book and he's working at the prison. Meets this guy who comes to see another prisoner. Something happens where he like slips and almost reveals himself, I guess. Now we're 30 pages past that point. The orphanage is having an adopter come to look at the children. He is supposed to get sent away, but the adopter specifically requests him. And when we see who that guy is, he's someone familiar. So that's kind of where we are right now. It's interesting. He got into this fight and he like overpowered, I guess, this super powerful being that like normal people aren't supposed to, you know? So I don't really know where he came from. I don't know if he's supposed to be like this mega power. I don't really know where this is going. Obviously, we're less than 100 pages into a fantasy book. Like we're on page 50. So really, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm interested enough and ready to find out. I'm very excited. That's where we are right now. I want to get very far into this book today because I do want to read it with you guys. I feel like I only read one book in this video. I feel like it's the most realistic I could have made this video. In a week, I usually read about a book and a half, maybe 2 books. If I get lucky, 3. Yeah, I'm kind of sad about it. Like, I don't know. I miss when I was like speeding through books. We're gonna read this and see what happens, and I'll update you guys if something important happens. Oh shoot, that's mean. It reads really fast, like I'm realizing. And I really like him. I love when I like a main male character. Okay, people, let's chat, aka close out this video. So I am editing this video right now. I have gotten a little bit more into this book, and I'm so sad that I didn't finish it, but I always knew from the beginning that I wasn't gonna finish this book in this video. I am happy to have started it though. I've gotten closer to 100-page mark. I'm on the page, why am I talking like that? I'm on page 700. I'm on page 79, about 80 pages into it. This much in, I know I'm gonna take a little bit of a rest or a pause because In Her Own League by Liz Tomford, and I can't remember, but another new release is coming out tomorrow. Tomorrow is March 3rd. So gonna take a little pause on that book, start reading those on my Kindle for a new video that will be coming out soon enough. You'll see it in a little bit, but I wanted to close out this video. Thank you guys so much for reading with me. I know this is kind of all over the place because I kind of walked into this video like ready to read. We ended up with a realistic display of how I read throughout the week. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're a new subscriber, thank you so much for joining me and getting all the way this far into a video. I love you so much, but God loves you more, and I'll see you in the next one.